We're real deal sugar addicts. Like, we're those guys that come barreling into a grocery store the day after a major holiday, trying to score some heavily discounted holiday treats so we can get our fix at a steep discount.
Yeah, they're trying to clear the shelves, and so they've marked everything down, trying to make room for the next holiday's treats. And we are real deal bargain bin boys. Like, we love a good deal. And we love treats, we love sugar, we love desserts and all that stuff. And there's something about getting it at a discount. Like, if I pay 50% for it, like, automatically I enjoy it like twice as much. Like, for some reason, it's just so much better because I paid less.
And when it comes to what's available to you at a grocery store the day after a major holiday, it's typically a surplus of candy. Because every holiday has their heavily branded and themed candy selection. But when it comes to that, there's really only one holiday that is celebrating exclusively over candy. Now, to be two fully grown adult men, 33 years old, that fanboy over candy as hard as we do, probably isn't the most attractive quality, but it is Halloween's most attractive quality to me because I love the fact that there is a holiday that exclusively celebrates candy.
Honestly, no shame here. I love low quality chocolate, and that's the entirety of Halloween. It's not even good stuff. It's all like the bottom of the barrel stuff, you know? Everything is just like standard chocolate options that you can get year round, just packaged smaller, like snack size, fun size versions. Nothing about it screams quality, but I'm so easy to please that I'm here for it. It's like I'm the kind of guy that just has no shame in saying, are Hershey's cookies and cream bar absolutely top tier? Like, just regular Hershey's, like everybody's got a problem with Hershey's. I'm the guy that likes it, you know? I'm the reason why it's still on the shelves.
Like you're saying, most of it is fairly low quality options or things that are accessible to you all the time. Because even like the good quality brands that do release seasonal products aren't releasing a whole lot of Halloween exclusives. They're releasing more harvest season exclusives.
Yeah.
Like Lindt Chocolate will release their maple cream Lindt truffle
or their
pumpkin spice, or there's lots of companies that'll do like caramel apple stuff. But it's not really Halloween specific. When it comes to Halloween, it's a lot of the tried and trues, with the exception of like Kit Kat, who does the Witch's Brew, or they did the Ghost Toast. Like those brands,
they'll drop something specifically for Halloween, but everything else is kind of just there for the entire season. So it's kind of there covering Halloween and Thanksgiving, like at the same time, but it's not specifically for Halloween. It's branded with like fall leaves and stuff like that, instead of like the ghosts and, you know, like the vampires and the werewolves and stuff like that. Like everything else that drops that's like, oh, like an eyeball shaped gumball or something like that, you know? It's like everything else is specifically for Halloween. And those brands that you're mentioning, things like Lindt Chocolate or Ghirardelli and stuff like that, they will do specific things for other holidays, specifically for Easter or specifically for Christmas and stuff. But when it comes to Halloween, it's the really low quality stuff, which again, I'm fine with. The fact that Halloween is even making the top 5 list means that I care. You know, it's like other holidays aren't making it onto this list, but Halloween is, because I still love it despite its low quality nature, you know?
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say as a dessert addict. I have nothing bad to say about any holiday.
Yeah.
It's an excuse.
As long as you feature sugar, as long as you feature dessert, as long as you feature treats, I'm here for it.
And most do in some way, shape, or form, but something's got to come at the bottom of the list. And the only reason that Halloween is coming at the bottom of the list is because it is exclusive to candy. We're not getting a whole lot of variety.
Yeah, you're not getting anything baked. You know, it's like baked goods isn't really a part of the holiday. Yeah, sure. Maybe someone's like, oh, I bake cookies every single Halloween. I baked like these knife-shaped cookies and I decorate them to look like blood's dropping off of them. Okay, you're in the minority.
Yeah,
you know,
like your grandmother might cook a red velvet cake in the shape of a ghost, but that isn't happening across the majority of American households.
Yeah, so like other holidays, it's like you have like, you know, the family recipes that are coming out for the holiday, and you've got like the specific baked goods included with the candy and stuff. But there's something about Halloween, like Halloween doesn't have that. It's like, yeah, your local bakery may decorate its cupcake with like a spider on top, or they may just like put a spider web on their traditional sugar cookie and stuff, but there's no like specific Halloween flavors and like Halloween desserts that people are going out of the way for. It really just is candy, and again, it is those just like the snack size versions of the stuff you can get all the time.
Even a lot of those major brands aren't even getting really outside of the box, like Reese's. For other major holidays like Christmas, they come out with their 1 pound Santa or their half-pound cups. Or for Valentine's Day, they have the half-pound hearts. For Easter, they do the 1 pound bunny. for Halloween, they're not really doing anything.
Yeah, even for other holidays, they even do flavors. So for Christmas, they've done the peanut brittle cup, or they've done the sugar cookie cup, or for the mallow top for Easter, where they have like the marshmallow cream and stuff. But when it comes to Halloween, the most that they've done is like the Franken cup, which isn't even flavored. It's just like they have like the green color. They didn't even dye it green this year. They took a step back and they just called it like werewolf or something, and they just gave you the white cream as white cream, and then just put the peanut butter in the middle, and they were just like, yeah, that's easy enough.
Yeah, but they're not dropping like a 1 pound mummy.
No, that would be so sick.
Would be really cool. But they're not really doing that because you're not going to give out a 1 pound mummy to a kid that's coming to trick or treat at your house.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, we're just kind of getting a lot of very standard stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like as we're getting older, we're kind of celebrating Halloween less and less. Like for ourselves at least. It's like we've got nephews now, and I care more about like seeing what my nephews dress up as for Halloween and going trick-or-treating around their neighborhood, more so than I care about going and getting myself a crazy sugar feast and just going to town, you know?
If I really want to binge candy, I can do that anytime.
Yeah, and even too, it's like when it comes to Halloween, everything is snack sized and everything is fun sized, and we're king size guys. You know, it's like I want the king size payday. Yeah, I don't want the snack size
We're
payday.
here fanboying about 1 pound Reese's products that the average person can't even comprehend being capable of finishing. We have finished so many 1 pound Reese's products when we used to do food challenges. We started an Easter candy challenge one time with us each eating 2 1 pound Reese's bunnies.
Yeah, so that's the kind of guys we are. I want the biggest version of something, not the smallest version of something. And so I just think that like Halloween's losing its appeal a little bit for me as I get older, and it really is about the kids. You know, I've just kind of like given it to them.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, you guys take it.
And when it comes to Halloween, you obviously, like we've already talked about a million times, it's really being celebrated over just one exclusive thing. And it's not the only holiday that's primarily praising one specific category of dessert. We've done a lot of freelance photography, and one of the companies that we worked with was a local bakery. And last year before Thanksgiving, they hired us to photograph their entire pie lineup. I mean, every single flavor of pie that they sold, they wanted nice aesthetic photos of that they could use for social media, they could use for their website, all to promote the pies that would be available for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, and that's a lot of pies. Like both a lot of varieties of pies, but also at this shoot, they had to have many of each kind of pie. Like they had to have like maybe say 3 or 4 of the same pie. So that way we could cut into some. If one was like kind of got messed up during transport, we need to be able to swap that out. We need to be able to take pieces out of some and then keep some whole for certain photos and stuff. So there was an ocean of pies at this shoot.
And it was a long day. It was a long day of photographing these pies. And at the end of that day, the only people that were there the entire time was me, Nate, and 2 of the ladies that run the company.
Yeah, they're a part of the family that started this bakery. So their entire lives have been spent eating these pies around the holidays and actually like working on the farm and at the bakery. And so they're just like, this is not exciting to them.
Exactly.
You know?
So at the end of the shoot, there's just so much pie left over. And they tell us, hey, take whatever you want. Because not only are a lot of these pies already cut into, if there were any whole pies still there, they were out all day, so they can't resell them.
Yeah.
So again, they offer a free-for-all to the 2 of us. And obviously, as self-proclaimed sugar addicts, we're going to abuse that opportunity.
Oh yeah, we are real deal gluttons. So not only are we sugar addicts, but we are real deal gluttons. And so we lit up. We were so excited. These ladies were laughing at us. They were literally laughing at us because they were just like, how are you guys so excited about these pies?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
we're loading up our car with all our photography gear, the lighting that we brought and everything. So you'd think that that was our priority, was just getting ourselves situated, making sure that we're not forgetting anything. No, we're just thinking of how do we get as much pie into this vehicle as humanly possible,
Yeah.
so we can go home and abuse it.
Oh yeah, and we did abuse it. That was like the beginning beginning of like a 2-day long bender of just eating as much pie as we possibly could, because we had more than we could possibly get through. You know, we got more than a whole family could possibly have gotten through in 2 days.
But that is what this holiday is about.
Yeah,
pie.
absolutely.
When we're talking about Thanksgiving, you're thinking pie. I mean, as far as the desserts go, we're not talking about dinner. We're not talking about savory food. You are currently watching two sugar addicts talk about their drug of choice. So we're talking about the pies. I mean, there are other desserts available at Thanksgiving. Pumpkin rolls, that's a popular thing.
Apple crisp.
Yep, apple crisp. Apple crisp is better than apple pie, in my opinion. Hot take.
Hot take, but yeah, no, I completely agree. But that's because we're also not huge fruit pie guys, though. It's like, in general, like when I'm going in for pie, I'm going for something like pumpkin. I'm going for pecan. If you don't like the fact that I'm calling it pecan for the rest of this video, just either turn off the video or skip over Thanksgiving. But pecan pie, favorite pie of all time. Chocolate pecan pie, bourbon pecan pie, any variation of pecan pie is just does it for me.
Chocolate pecan pie. I mean, you are looking at two guys that just absolutely love richness. When we say that we are sugar addicts, we are not just gravitating towards any and all desserts. We are gravitating towards the richest, heaviest, most indulgent desserts. And I think that pecan pie has got to be one of the most indulgent pies that are available at Thanksgiving. And if you've never had a chocolate pecan pie, take that richness and just double it. Maybe triple it, maybe quadruple it. It is so heavy. It's not for the faint of heart. You've got to like your rich, heavy, decadent dessert.
Yeah, but there's something about apple pie that's just like, for me, and I know that we're just gonna get absolutely torn apart for this, but it's just never really hit the spot for me the same way that apple crisp or just like some of the more indulgent pies have hit for me.
Two hot takes that's gonna get us canceled real fast. Apple pie, overrated. Sweet potato pie, not getting down with it.
I don't know what it is about sweet potato pie, but it's just never clicked for me. And I'm a sweet potato guy. Like, I eat sweet potatoes like every day.
It's true.
Just eat a lot of sweet potatoes, and for some reason, sweet potato pie and sweet potato casserole have just never clicked for me. I'm a pumpkin pie guy through and through, but sweet potato pie,
The number of people, not that this video is going to see a whole lot of eyes, but the number of people, if this video did see a whole lot of eyes, that would just tell us, you've never had a good apple pie, bro, or you've never had a good sweet potato pie. Let me tell you, I have. I have tried to find the love for it. I've tried to see what everybody else sees in it, and it just doesn't do it for me. And that's okay, because that's the beauty of humanity, is that we all gravitate towards different things. If everybody wanted the pecan pie, there would be none left for me.
Yeah, if every single person that showed up to Thanksgiving wanted the apple pie, there wouldn't be enough apple pie. But we've definitely...
if I did like sweet potato pie, it would be bad news for everybody else, because I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Yeah, because when it comes to being a sugar addict and a glutton, I'm showing up to Thanksgiving for the dessert. I'm showing up for pie. It's like everybody else is showing up for dinner and then they have pie, but I am showing up to house a couple of pies solo. It's like, that's what I am there for.
Yeah, most people can't hang with dessert the way that we can.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in this video I've already mentioned our old channel, but I mean, we can abuse food.
Yes.
To a degree that most people think isn't actually possible. Like, so many people, they'll take a bite of pecan pie and be like, oh man, but it's so rich, it's so much, nobody could finish a whole slice. I'm the guy that can eat 3 of the entire pies. Like, proven, on the internet, proven that I can do this. But I do love Thanksgiving for the fact that pie has its moment, because it is a highly underappreciated dessert, I think.
There are so many good pies, and there's a pie for everyone. And I feel like for some reason, outside of holidays, just nobody talks about pie. Nobody mentions it. They're at the grocery store all year long. They're at local bakeries all year long. And for some reason, it's just one of those things where it's like, unless it's a holiday, you never hear anyone utter a word about pie. You know?
You roll up to a birthday party, and it's kind of potluck style. Everybody's bringing something. And you roll up and you bring pie.
I brought a pumpkin pie.
It just doesn't work the way that showing up with a plate of brownies, a plate of cookies, anything like that, it makes so much more sense. Pie isn't that kind of dessert.
It's not really just celebrated all the time like a lot of other desserts are.
Yeah, you're gonna see apple pie around the 4th of July. you're gonna see pies at Easter and everything, but the holidays aren't built around this thing. Thanksgiving, that's what we're here for.
And I'm so happy that we have a holiday for it. But that's also kind of why Thanksgiving's coming at number 4 slot for this sugar addict gluttony ranking list, you know?
Variety.
Is the fact that it's just pie, that's it.
Yeah. Now, we've already gone off about pecan pie. I mean, that's top of the list. That is star of the show, star of the holiday, the thing I'm looking forward to most. And there is another holiday where it's got the one key player that I'm looking forward to every single year. Lemon cake, strawberry shortcake, custard pie. Those are all desserts that you'll commonly find at our family's Easter get-together. But one year, my mom decides that she's gonna do something particularly special, and she goes out of her way to acquire one of our favorite carrot cakes on the planet. Loaded with walnuts, covered in cream cheese frosting, heavily spiced.
Oh, heavily.
Just how we like it. But there's only one problem. No one else in our family eats carrot cake.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Nobody gravitates towards it, and I can't relate to this quality less. But the thing that's actually kind of great about it is this means Pete and Nate have their own massive carrot cake to demolish.
Yep.
I mean, to devour. Every single morsel of it was completely gone by the end of this get-together. And that doesn't mean that that was the only dessert that we ate.
Oh yeah, no. Easter's a holiday that we go ham on. You know, we go, and I'm not talking about a holiday ham. I'm talking like we go ham on the desserts. We go ham on the candy, and there's such like a big variety of desserts. You know, it's like unlike Thanksgiving, unlike Halloween. It's like for Easter, we're getting cake, we're getting pie, we're getting bars, we're getting candy. Just the options are endless, and there's a lot of different flavors. Like you're saying, you're describing carrot cake, which is such a heavily spiced, just a rich dessert. But then there's so many light and bright things, like you're saying, the strawberry shortcake and the lemon cakes and the custard pies and the things like that. And so it's like I end up finding myself on Easter kind of going into that back and forth of like, oh, now I'm eating something heavy, being the carrot cake, and now I'm going to something light, and now I'm going back to the heavy. Almost like the way that most people find themselves in that like sweet and salty vortex, where it's like they have a little something salty, like now I need a little something sweet. So you have a little something sweet, like now I need a little something salty, and you just end up in that vortex. That's how I am on Easter, but with dessert, where I'm just like heavy, rich dessert, light and bright dessert. I could just go forever, you know?
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of like chocolate desserts, but again, the holiday is so candy forward as well that you can get your hit of chocolate, but then you can get your citrus notes or your floral notes. And then you can get your, like you're saying, those spiced notes and everything with the carrot cake. Just the fact that carrot cake is at the forefront of Easter makes me want to put this holiday at number 1 because I am that big of a fanboy of carrot cake.
Yeah.
But it can't be the number 1 holiday. You'll understand why real soon. But like you're saying, I love the fact that we've now acquired variety in a holiday. And even when it comes to candy, I mean, I'm not a big jelly bean guy. I'm not a big Peeps guy, but I do like the fact that unlike Halloween, this holiday has its candies that are kind of at the forefront.
Yeah.
Like its own identity.
Yeah, and you've got like so many different flavors, and every single brand is dropping like cool and fun limited edition versions of their products for this holiday specifically. Unlike we were saying for Halloween and Thanksgiving, they both get the harvest themed candies, like limited edition stuff that's around, but it's not for either of those holidays. You know, for Easter, we're getting everything. Kit Kat's dropping their lemon crisp. Last year, Lit Chocolate dropping the carrot cake truffle, the carrot cake white chocolate truffle.
Yeah,
Just
so
the
these aren't
perfect
just
candy.
like spring seasonal drops. These are holiday specific.
Yeah, the mallow top Reese's cup. I think I mentioned that one earlier, where it's you got the marshmallow flavored cream. I absolutely love that. And then we get the Cadbury cream egg. I am a sucker for the Cadbury cream egg. And then you've got Reese's that drops the Reese's version essentially, where it's like the Reese's egg. And that's just like, they don't drop that at any other time of the year. Whereas like they drop like the shaped version of all of their regular cups for every holiday. You only get the Cadbury cream shaped Reese's egg at Easter. You know?
And this is where Reese's is also getting more adventurous. You got the big 1 pound bunny, so you're getting the grandeur of the 1 pound Reese's product. But then they also released the Malotop, which is like a marshmallow flavor.
I just described that one.
Oh, I don't know where my mind is. My mind's just thinking about desserts at this point. I'm just.
Who cares what he's talking about? I'm thinking about treats.
The food noise is real right now. It's my brain is just thinking about indulging now. But yeah. Easter is so great with all of this variety, but it does fall short just a little bit in one area for us, which is citrus-forward desserts aren't necessarily the top of our list. Just like we were talking about with Thanksgiving, we're looking for those really decadent, overly indulgent things. And those are acquirable, but there's one holiday that makes it all about the rich, the heavy, and the indulgent. So a couple months back, it's our birthday. And what do we do on our birthday? We feast. We live like kings on our birthday. August 17th rolls around and we rip.
Sky's the limit. There's no cap.
So obviously, sugar addicts, we've got our main event. We know what's coming, but we got a pregame. So we go out and we get some dinner.
Yeah, dinner's just an appetizer for us, and then the dessert is an entree.
Yes, we have to switch restaurants for dessert. Like, okay, we got dinner here. Now we know exactly where we're going to get our fix. We're going to this local restaurant that is known for selling over-the-top cake slices. I mean, they've got some good stuff, and we plan on indulging in everything that they've got.
These are the kind of cake slices that, like, the average person's like, oh, you got to split it with someone else, though, because it's just a little bit too much for one person.
The only thing that we're splitting is entire cakes.
Yeah.
So we go, and we get their Death by Chocolate slice, which is like 6 layers of chocolate fudge cake with chocolate fudge frosting and loaded with chocolate chips. Get 2 of them.
Just pure richness.
They've got another chocolate cake that's loaded with Heath toffee bits and this coffee cream. So we've got to get that. They've got carrot cake on the menu. Obviously, if it's on the menu, we're gonna get it.
It's a no-brainer.
They've got one of my favorite cheesecake slices. It's a turtle cheesecake, so it's got the chocolate caramel pecans. And not only is the actual cheesecake itself so rich and luxurious, but they maximize on the caramel aspect of turtle, and they add Heath toffee bits. They're just putting Heath in everything.
This place loves toffee.
I love it. But anyways, the point being, we go in on the richest dessert options that they have available. They've got fruit tarts, they've got strawberry shortcake, they've got other options, but we're getting the over the top, the ones that everybody feels real naughty for ordering. You know what I mean?
And we're ordering many of them.
And yeah, we're making fools of ourselves. We are 2 guys that people didn't know that people could eat dessert like this, and we're doing it and we're making a scene. I'm pretty sure that we created a memory amongst the wait staff for the fact that the lady had one of the other guys that worked in the restaurant help bring the desserts to the table, and he literally said, oh man, you weren't kidding, this was for 1 table.
Yeah, this just was for these 2 guys.
Yeah, so that is the exact reason why Valentine's Day is a holiday that works for me, because this is a holiday that is praising indulgence. It's praising the richest desserts, the most luxurious.
Naughty, sensual, just everything's just being so rich. It's made for us. It's a holiday that's made for us to indulge in, which is kind of the opposite of how it would have been like as a kid. As a kid, Halloween would have been up here where Valentine's Day is, and Valentine's Day probably would have been where Halloween is, because as a kid, it's like you get your conversation hearts and your little box of chocolates, and that's kind of the extent of what Valentine's Day was for us. Whereas like Halloween, it's like, oh, I get my own massive stash of candy. That meant so much to me. But now as an adult, like that, again, we've already explained all of that, but it's all just kind of like low quality stuff. It's like, I'm just not going in on it. Now, Valentine's Day has taken its place. I am an adult with my own money, and I've got a sugar addiction, and I am a glutton. This is my time. Give me the molten lava cakes. Give me the cheesecake. Give me the creme brulee.
The chocolate mousses, the fondue, the chocolate fondue.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, we're talking maximum indulgence on this holiday. Cake. I mean, we've already covered the fact that this holiday is we're getting the same variety as we're getting in Easter, but it's all favoring the heavy, rich things. But when it comes to cake, I mean, obviously you've got your chocolate cakes, but red velvet starts to really make its appearance.
Finally.
Now, red velvet is the one cake that could rival my number one spot with carrot cake. Like, those two are duking it out for my favorite cakes of all time. And do not tell me that red velvet cake is just chocolate cake. You have never had a real red velvet cake if you think it's just a chocolate cake.
We always say this, if you go to a restaurant and you order a slice of chocolate cake and they slide a piece of red velvet cake in front of you, are you satisfied?
No,
or are
you're
you
gonna
gonna leave a bad review?
You're gonna say that this is not what I ordered.
They brought me red velvet cake, I ordered chocolate cake. Yeah, because it's not just chocolate cake.
Yeah, red velvet cake is structurally different than chocolate cake. It has a tangy element to it. Yes, it uses cocoa powder the same way that vanilla is used in every cake. That doesn't make every cake vanilla cake. Yeah. Anyways, I won't go on about this for too long, but red velvet is really a shining star of Valentine's Day. It might make its appearance at Christmas time or whatever, but I feel like it's really celebrated at Valentine's Day. Even the fruitier options for desserts. Did I already talk about this?
I don't think so, no.
Strawberry and raspberry. Those are two of the fruity options for desserts that I very much favor over things like lemon and key lime and stuff like that. And strawberry and raspberry are very present in this holiday, but they're also paired with the more rich things. So you're gonna go to a steakhouse and you're gonna get a slice, like a big hunk of cheesecake that's got the strawberry topping. Strawberry shortcake, a lighter dessert, but still present. If you're going to the Cheesecake Factory, their raspberry white chocolate cheesecake, it's got a chocolate crust. It's a tried and true.
Yeah, that's great stuff. And even a lot of the grocery store stuff is awesome. A lot of like the candy companies drop like really good stuff around Valentine's Day. You know, you got, like we talked about earlier, Reese's, you got the big half-pound Reese's Heart, but then you've got brands like Lindt Truffle dropping their raspberry cheesecake truffle. I live for that truffle. That in and of itself makes Valentine's Day deserving of its number 2 spot, you know?
Absolutely.
But there's just so much chocolate. There's white chocolate, there's milk chocolate, there's dark chocolate. There's not only just all of these rich, heavy desserts, but just chocolate everywhere. The chocoholic in me is so satisfied.
Now, this is a particularly funny holiday for us to be fanboying over and putting in our number 2 slot, because we are not romantic relationship guys.
No.
I don't think anyone in my life could accurately put a timestamp on the last time that I was in a relationship, and I don't think you've ever been in one.
Yeah. Like, nothing that I've ever been a part of could be classified as a relationship. And it's not...
We're not out having flings
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
scared of commitment. It's not commitment issues. It's the fact that we are very bad at communicating with the opposite sex. I say opposite sex because we are straight men attracted to women. We're just not good at talking to them.
Yep, and so we're just not big relationship guys. So the fact that we're celebrating and raving Valentine's Day as a holiday really does show you just how much of a sugar addict and glutton that I am and he is.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. But there is one thing about Valentine's Day that I think is its downside. It's very here today, gone tomorrow compared to some other holidays where Thanksgiving, you've got Friendsgiving, you've got the actual holiday, but you've got like, you know, different things happening around Thanksgiving.
Some families even just like have that day after Thanksgiving celebration. They have a little get together after that. And then you've got so many leftovers. It's really trickling on for like a week after, you know?
Halloween, you even have like all your different Halloween parties. You got your, your work Halloween party. You've got your friends throw, a big Halloween shindig, whatever it is. And then you've got the actual holiday. And that's like a common thing with a lot of holidays, but not Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. It's kind of one and done.
Yeah, here today, gone tomorrow holiday for sure.
Which is the polar opposite to what I deem as a sugar addict, the number 1 holiday. So you're coming out of Thanksgiving, you've already opened the door to indulging. And now you've got an entire month ahead of just pure debauchery. I'm talking you've got parties, events, outings, and treats are at the cornerstone of it all. I mean, you've got parties specifically designated for cookie exchanges, homemade baked goods everywhere.
Yep.
You've got hot chocolate and eggnog being served everywhere you go, whether you're looking at lights or you're taking your nieces and nephews, kids, whoever it is, to some kind of Santa sleigh ride event or whatever. And this is all before the actual holiday even arrives. Then you got Christmas Eve, literally a pregame to the main holiday. For our family, there was this one thing that my grandmother would do on Christmas Eve where she would make her special tapioca pudding. Not a dessert that sounds particularly exciting or noteworthy to be sharing with you all, but let me tell you, this is what sold me on the idea of tapioca pudding, because you're probably thinking of some very subpar grocery store version, but hers was fluffy and rich and indulgent and had like a nice prevalent vanilla flavor topped with whipped cream, and it was very special to the holiday. It is engraved in my memory as such a special part of Christmas Eve, a dessert. Now we're actually into Christmas Day. For our family, it started with Christmas breakfast. That was the very first thing. And obviously you've got your bacon, eggs, sausage, and all that stuff. We're talking about this through the lens of Sugar Addict. And at our Christmas breakfast, there was always a monstrous amount of pastries. So we're talking like Danish muffins, cinnamon rolls, and we're going in.
Oh yeah, we're opening up Christmas Day eating the double chocolate chunk muffins just covered in butter. You know, the chocolate chip muffins, the blueberry muffins, the cheese Danish, the raspberry Danish. Give me the cinnamon roll, pour the icing on the cinnamon roll.
You're drinking eggnog for breakfast. It's a glorified milkshake, you know? Then you go and you transition into gift giving. Now, part of the gift giving experience, you get your stocking stuffer. And in that stocking stuffer, you're gonna have candy and everything.
Loaded with it.
And our grandmother had this thing where every year she would give me and all my siblings their own bag, their own wholesale size bag of Lindt truffles.
The assortment with the white truffle, the milk truffle, and the dark truffle.
So then you're playing with the toys that you got and you're just popping Lindt truffles all day long.
No one's stopping you.
No, yeah.
No one's stopping you. It's a free-for-all. I'm gonna eat as many Lindt truffles as I want.
Yep, and then you get to dinner and then you got dessert. Obviously for our family, there's kind of that carryover from the Thanksgiving pie, and now you've got pie again on Christmas. But the point here being, it's just an entire month of mayhem when it comes to desserts and comes to treats, and no one's judging you for it. You're allowed to just go in and feast, and there's nothing that isn't on the table.
No, because like you're saying, the cookies, the Christmas cookies, but then you've, like you were saying as well, the crossover between Thanksgiving and Christmas where you're having the pies, but then you're getting Yule logs and fruitcakes. Like the cake is there, and then you've got fudge.
Peanut brittle.
Yeah, peanut brittle. I am such a fudge guy. Just like, again, being like really rich, heavy dessert guys and just loving over the top sweetness. Give me all of the fudge.
And then like pretty much every other holiday, candy. And for this specific holiday, it's in extreme excess. So you've got all the brands going like grand with their options. You've got the 3-pound Hershey's bar that you can get.
You can just go into Walmart and buy that. Like, that should not be available to just anyone and everyone, me included. You know?
A 1-pound Hershey's Kiss, the 1-pound Reese's products and everything. But then there's actual specific flavor profiles attached to everything. So Lindt's releasing their special limited edition snickerdoodle truffle or their sugar cookie truffle.
Their cinnamon roll truffle that they dropped last year. Oh.
Everything's being released in like peppermint hot chocolate flavor, and you've just got like a lot of different flavor profiles happening.
It just doesn't stop. And like you were saying with the whole eggnog thing, all of a sudden it's like now milk's not good enough. We're just gonna retire milk for a month, you know? So it's like, I'm not a milk and cookies guy. Now I'm an eggnog and cookies guy. I'm soaking all my cookies in eggnog. I'm making eggnog French toast, you know?
Just the fact that we're eggnog guys, I think proves the fact that we love the rich, decadent, indulgent things, because eggnog is just straight up too much for people.
Yeah, seriously. And we're the kind of guys that are just like buying the big thing of it, and like that's a one night event for us.
Yeah, if you've got a love it or hate it relationship with eggnog, we've got the obsession with it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
And the amazing thing about it is the fact that nobody's judging you. This is an entire month where it's like, if you're putting on weight, no one's saying anything. If you're just going absolutely balls to the wall, you're at a party and you eat an entire tray of cookies, Nobody cares. You know, everyone, it's almost encouraged. If you're not overindulging, you're the odd man out. You're the weird one. And another great thing about it is the fact that everybody's baking, and everyone's baking in excess. So it's not just a bunch of grocery store stuff that you're indulging in. It's just everyone's making anything and everything. So it's like, it's all really good quality. It's also nostalgic, you know, and it's like you've got all like the family recipes that are coming out. Everyone's bringing out like all of like their grandmother's recipes and making just really awesome stuff. Like our mother used to make this white chocolate coconut cookie, and that thing lives with me. I think about that thing all the time. We had a cowboy cookie recently and it had the coconut in it, and it just like reminded me, threw me back to Christmas time, and I'm thinking about my mom's white chocolate coconut cookies. It's like, but everybody's doing that. There's just fresh, homemade baked goods everywhere all the time.
I mean, a holiday weight gain, it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's because of Christmas.
It's a thing
It's
for a
not
reason.
because of Halloween. It's not because of Thanksgiving. It's because Thanksgiving ended and now Christmas time is here.
And Christmas is an entire month. And it's not only the lead up, it's also like kind of trails out after, because everyone's like, well, hit the New Year's resolution on January. I'll get better in January. But that just gives me an extra 5 days to just absolutely annihilate anything and everything.
Exactly. Unlike Valentine's Day, this is a before, during, and after event. And I don't care what kind of fitness influencer finds their way on this video and is like, you don't need to use December as an excuse to go absolutely off the rails and have to adjust your diet in January. You don't need to wait. The time is now.
Everything
the
in
time
moderation.
is not. The time is not now. Now is the time to indulge. And if you're not indulging, you're the odd one out.
Yeah, you need to make memories with your family during this time of year. You're gonna be remembering this for the rest of your time, especially if you're young. You know, if you're a teenager that's chronically online and consuming everything from social media, and you're hearing these influencers trying to sell you on the fact that you shouldn't be indulging really hard and that your physique matters and you don't need to forfeit it all for the holiday, they are wrong. Make your memories, live life, indulge, and enjoy your fudge, enjoy your eggnog, enjoy your Christmas cookies, enjoy it all.
Yes, and when you say enjoy it all, it's because it is all available. Everything is accessible for an entire month. And I think that that's why, for at least these two sugar addicts, this really is the most wonderful time of the year.